What's up, Internet? Cory here, collecting with Cory. We're back with another episode of the DtD. Have not done any thrifting or garage sales today. Just dealing with Amazon stuff in the room, counting pieces in board games, stuff like that. Nothing fun, but did have one pickup that actually showed up yesterday, but I didn't realize it. This is an eBay pickup. Dragon Quest V, Hand of the Heavenly Bride. I'm honestly not sure if this game has spiked in price lately, or if it's always been up there. I paid, I think, $80 shipped for this, and that was actually a decent deal from what I remember seeing. This and number 6 in the series on the Nintendo DS have been being listed over $100 on eBay for quite some time. I'm looking for both of them. Well, looking for one of them now because I have this one, but I'm not sure because I wasn't tracking it before coronavirus. And actually, I was having a discussion with a friend last night, actually, about like the price spiking of video games right now with coronavirus and like theories and stuff like that. If you have a theory on why, well, everybody has an opinion. If you leave it in the comments below what you think of the current price spiking and will it go down when everything gets back to normal or some semblance of normal. I, for instance, think it has to, because I don't want to live in a world where one of my most wanted holy grails quadruples in price because of a stimulus check and then never comes back down. Like the game Magic Knight Rare for the Sega Saturn used to regularly sell for maybe $350 to $400 or a little bit less, and it is consistently being listed at like $1,200 now, which is conveniently what, you know, those stimulus checks that went out here in the United States of America were for. So it's like whoever's selling one isn't really thinking about the value of the game. They're more like, hey, you want to trade me your stimulus check for this game? Maybe you don't need that money, but I do. And it's really kind of bullshit. And I think it's ridiculous that the game has not only stayed up there as far as new listings go, but there's been no drop-off. I've seen at least 4 or 5 of them come and go. Because whenever they come up with best offer on it, I'll send them an offer for like $350, like something legit reasonable for what that game is, and it just gets declined outright. So I end up seeing when it sells, and it usually sells within a day or two, which is insane to me. But how many people out there are actually looking for this game? And other games like Skies of Arcadia for the Dreamcast. It's a game that consistently was selling for about $60, and not one that's been listed has been under $100 lately. It's just like people are, I don't know, taking advantage of the situation. Maybe, you know, the demand is there right now, but will that keep the prices up there or not? Because I feel like with other things that have risen and like peaked, like NES games, they kind of peaked a while ago. And I feel like the place where they peaked, people are just like, that's the price that they're willing to admit that that game is worth for the rest of time, it seems. Like, I don't think Little Samson's coming back down. And one thing we related it to was like Black Lotus and Magic the Gathering. Black Lotus hasn't dropped in price, like ever. Like it's only gone up. I've always argued that if I had a time machine and could convince like my 5-year-old, 4-year-old, however old self to convince my parents to get a whole bunch of Black Lotuses, or my parent, I guess, like we'd be rich. But the thing is, there hasn't been a point in time where like the Black Lotus spiked. It just keeps going up. So I don't know. I feel like it's not going to be like that with games because there's so many of them, and also like even like Little Samson's, Surprise at Dinosaur Peak, like those games I think have kind of spiked or peaked, I should say, not spiked. Those games have peaked, and we're not going to see them go much higher because, you know, there is a demand for them, but that's what they're going to go for. I hope that we're not going to see Magic Knight Rayearth get any more expensive, because even when I see it for like 600, 700 every so often, usually just like a disc-only copy at this point, part of me is just like, do I pull the trigger? And then I see it's disc-only, and I'm just like, no, I don't pull the trigger. Because I don't want to like drop serious money on something like that, something that's a holy grail for me, that I realistically will not find in the wild. Like, come on. What are the chances, you know? But then have it drop back down to 300. I don't know. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Some of these Geek Box, Geek Crate, Nerd Block, whatever exclusive things are getting kind of weird. So some sort of Master Sword tea thing, tea infuser. Hey guys. It's late at night. There's no natural light out anymore. So, of course, my lighting is going to be hot garbage. But we're going to look at the 4 things I'm going to be shipping out tomorrow after this weekend. And it could have been better. Like I've said in the past, you get in what you put out. You get out what you put in, whatever that saying goes. I haven't been listing as much on eBay. I've been trying to, like, a lot of stuff I've been getting has been going to Amazon. I've got 3 Amazon shipments ready to ship out tomorrow. So we have 4 items to show, $153 total. First up is the Nano Fighter that we received from Goodwill this week. This sold for $37 shipped. Next up, we have a loose copy of Cardia for the PlayStation 1. This was a gamble I had purchasing from GameStop.com. Did not come complete, so I'm selling it. I think I actually got it since then, but I've had that for a while. That sold for $18 plus shipping. Like I said, I've had it for a while, so of course it still has shipping on it. And the last, well, second to last thing, Shrekt Super Party. And I feel like I got away with one on this one. This sold for $44.88 shipped. I understand it's kind of Mario Party-esque, and it's a GameCube title, but I don't understand why this game is going for this much. I was in disbelief when I saw what it was going for when I listed it, and I'm even more surprised that it actually sold for the asking price. The last item, I don't even know how to describe. I got this last year, I believe. I don't remember where. This is Knights of Zenitar Dragon Knight 3. It's a PC CD-ROM Megatech game from 1994. I could not describe to you what this is at all. I looked this up last year when I got it. It sold for $37.77 shipped. So that's a decent profit. I just don't know what it is, to be honest with you. And that is going to do it for today's day-to-day. Got my Amazon orders in the back there, ready to go out. Not really sure what I'm doing tomorrow yet, but there'll be some thrift stores. So, like the video, subscribe if you're new, and as always, keep it real, internet. I love you guys.